Hi everyone, it's Shakti Durga, and welcome to this episode of the Soul Talk podcast. Each episode's going to feature some of the highlights from live trainings, retreats, online classes, and presentations that I've done around the world. If you find value in it, please text the link to the podcast to a friend or share it with your networks. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste. I was once asked by one of the mystics in India, what do you think is the biggest problem for people in the Western world? And I thought, well, that's easy actually. The biggest problem is people don't believe in themselves. They doubt themselves. There's a lack of self-love and self-respect, self-trust amongst the people. And self-doubt really undermines our efforts to do whatever it is that we want to do in our life. When I was younger, I would not at all have resonated with being a person who doubted myself. I'd been successful at school, I'd been successful at university, success came easily to me and I felt good about myself. And it wasn't until I had issues culminating in a divorce and went and started to learn about personal development and spirituality that I realized that, wow, sitting underneath that was a huge feeling of not being good enough that I'd covered up by overachieving in all these different areas so I could feel good about myself. But feeling good about myself wasn't coming from an innate sense of I am a good person. It was coming from my achievements. Whenever we do that, we're at the mercy of the world and how it looks at us. Whereas what I've learned over the last 25 years has been about how can we shift the focus from what I do and what other people see me doing to my own sense of self-worth that is not dependent upon worldly success for its validity. The relief you feel when you realize that you're good enough, that what you have to offer is enough, that who you be is enough, and that you're connected to everyone, to everything. It's such a relief. Today, why don't you just decide you're going to start that journey? Take the next step on the journey, that you don't have to prove anything. You're enough. You can repeat that over and over. I don't have to prove anything. I'm enough. It's the beginning of a journey that will change your life and transform the way you think not only about yourself, but it'll help you have compassion for everyone else and their journey of enoughness as well. Namaste. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Soul Talk. I hope the podcast has served you in creating a happier and more abundant life. If you've enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on your favourite podcast app. If you'd like to connect with me, head over to shaktidurga.com.